Hello, welcome back to my budget wardrobe build. In the last video I built these wardrobe boxes spending less than €92. But a wardrobe wouldn't be a wardrobe without somewhere to hang your clothes. So in this video I'm going to make two hanging rails. And as the video title suggests, I'm going to do this by spending very little money. In fact, one of these will be totally free. Pricing the hanging rails up before I built these, the cheapest one I could find on Amazon was about €12, and the cheapest one I could find in my local box store was almost €10, and I would need two of these. Each hanging rail will be fixed by 3 cleats, one at each end and one in the middle. These cleats are made from the offcuts of the parquet flooring I cut up to make the side cheeks and the plimps of the wardrobe boxes, therefore adding no extra cost to this part of the build. The cleats were cut to a width of 70mm at the Rage 5 table saw. I then marked a series of centres down these pieces before drilling a 25mm hole with a spade bit. I then took it to the miter saw and cut them to length, as well as taking off 2 corners just to give it a little feature. 4 end cleats at each end of the rail are slightly different from the 2 central ones. The 4 end cleats have some mounting holes in the face so they can be screwed directly to the side of the wardrobe boxes, whereas the 2 central cleats need fixing to the underside of the top, and to do this I'm drilling 2 pocket holes in each cleat with my little Craig pocket hole jig. I don't use this jig a lot, but it is fantastic for little projects like this. And finally, I just gave the 6 cleats a good sanding. Now you may find this amazing, timber grows on trees, and to make the first hanging rail I selected a nice straight branch from my hazel tree that was round about 1 inch in diameter. Pruned away all the small branches and leaves. And then at the miter saw cut it roughly to length, ensuring the diameter of the branch would fit into the cleats. And once I got it somewhere near fitting the cleats, I took it to the bandsaw and trimmed off all the little knurly bits and the branch stubs, and then gave it a really good sanding. Now if you find yourself fresh out of trees or you have money to burn, then why not consider making your hanging rail from a brush handle? This I picked up from my local Action utility store for a massive price of €1.99. And if you cast your mind back to the beginning of the last video, you will see I was using a brush handle for a while before I started this project. I think we will find the brush handle at $1.99 is exactly the same as the £9.50 hanging rail we saw at the beginning. Whatever scrap I have left goes onto the wood burner, or in the case of the branch, through the shredder and as mulch onto the garden. Fitting these 2 hanging rails is really simple. The first cleat is screwed to the side of the wardrobe, and then the rail fits inside the cleat with the other 2 cleats attached. The second end cleat can then be fixed to the other side of the carcass, and then the central one can be centralised. Because the branch hanging rail is not completely straight, it just needs rotating slightly until it finds its level. The other hanging rail is fitted in exactly the same way. Oh, hello by the way. As you will notice, my wife has already started to populate this wardrobe. she couldn't wait, and it was only a matter of minutes after I put these hanging rails in that the clothes was hung on them. In the next video I will focus on finishing the top. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week with the next part of this build, and until then there's a couple of my videos to keep you occupied here.